Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, August 30th. I'm Danielle Wiggins with your 3 News Now morning update. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me on the WKYC YouTube page. We start with Holly for a check of today's forecast. Holly, we are winding down August with some rain.
Yes, and tracking more of it after a soaker last night, Danielle. So as we take a look at our National Design Mart forecast, you see that rainy weather through this morning. And at times it could be some heavier downpours, even some thunderstorms. This is the view at noon today. So still a lot of wet weather at lunch for many of you, but it will start to clear from west to east. And by mid-afternoon, we are definitely improving on our weather situation. No question about that. Here's a look at your extended forecast. And I'll tell you what, we are really in for some fabulous weather here as we get into the middle of the week and beyond. We're talking high temperatures in the 70s for tomorrow and for Friday, which will be for tomorrow on Thursday, which will be just a nice little break. Open up the windows. We've had the AC on with all this humidity. And then as we get into Labor Day weekend, we've got the air show and all kinds of things happening. It's looking like the weather will be perfection. Low to mid 80s, partly to mostly sunny skies, Danielle.
All righty. Thank you so much, Holly. And the city of Cleveland plans to allocate more than $100 million from the American Rescue Plan Act into 15 separate initiatives, including housing, public safety, education, and modernizing City Hall. The largest chunk, $35 million, would go toward a plan to provide housing to all. Some of the funds would go toward coordinating and supporting victims of abuse. Council President Blaine Griffin spoke to our Lydia Esparra about what's next.
One of the things that I'm the most proud about today, Lydia, is that the women of council really used their voice to advocate for issues around rape crisis and children who are being abused and those kind of initiatives.
Mayor Justin Bibb's office says the money spent would benefit nearly 285,000 Cleveland residents. Now to 3 other local stories we're following, and we start in Akron, where today Jaylen Walker's family and their attorneys will hold a media briefing with updates on the case. Walker was shot and killed by Akron police following a chase back in June. At today's briefing, attorneys plan to address additional police body cam footage released last week that they claim includes disturbing comments made by Akron police officers. East Cleveland Police Chief Scott Gardner is now on unpaid administrative leave. This comes after he was indicted on 10 charges last week, including theft in office, failure to file tax returns, and tampering with records. The allegations date back to 2014. On Friday, Gardner told 3 News that the indictments come as a surprise, but court documents show his attorneys have known about this investigation since at least January. University Circle police are looking for 2 suspects who fired a gun from inside a car several times near the Circle. Police say this happened at the intersection of Chester and East 101st Street just before 12:30 yesterday afternoon. They believe the shots came from inside a black Kia. 1 person was injured. If you know anything, call University Circle Police. And we can expect to start seeing a lot of exciting changes when it comes to vehicle production in the Buckeye State. Honda has plans to build a $4.4 million electric vehicle battery plant, and Ohio is a potential landing spot for that. Plus, Ford plans to invest $1.5 billion with 1,800 new jobs to build an all-new commercial EV. But why is Ohio looking to be such a big place for this kind of production?
Finding that we have this long history of manufacturing, we have a long history of R&D, and that we have, among other things, something super important to EV, which is land. And so EV companies are looking for big swaths of land, big parcels of land, because usually the facility they build is on a large footprint.
Industry analysts expect the Honda battery plant to be built near an existing auto plant. So in Ohio, that would be around Marysville near Columbus. But in Northeast Ohio, Ford updated its timetable for Avon Lake's expansion with production of its EV commercial van around 2025. And as businesses in Ohio look to expand, a Cleveland staple has officially closed its doors. Chocolate Bar announced on its Facebook page that the restaurant will be permanently closed after 13 years of business due to staffing issues. The post reads, "It has become too difficult with the lack of staff to provide our customers with the quality of service they deserve." Ending the post with, "Remember, everything is better with chocolate." And turning to politics, this week, the Biden administration will suspend the distribution of free at-home COVID-19 tests. The government says the suspension will take place Friday because of insufficient congressional funding. While the free tests will no longer be available through covidtest.gov, they will still be distributed in other ways, including at 15,000 federally supported community sites, such as libraries and pharmacies. And as flu season approaches, the Cleveland Clinic is offering vaccinations. They're by appointment only, and patients can schedule by phone or online. You can start scheduling on September 1st. Infectious disease experts recommend everyone 6 months and older get vaccinated for the flu every year. Okay, well, today, Ohio First Lady Fran DeWine will be in Northeast Ohio to promote Dolly Parton's Imagination Library. She'll be speaking at Lorain County's Imagination Library Community Celebration and host a book reading. She will then join her husband, Governor Mike DeWine, to travel to East Cleveland to host a book reading at East Cleveland City Schools. Throughout the state, over 343,000 kids participate in the free book program. Okay, turning to sports. Well, the Guardians, they had the day off yesterday, but tonight they're at Progressive Field to take on Baltimore. First pitch is at 6:10. But right now, the team is looking ahead by offering some incentives to pump up fan support. For Saturday's game, fans can buy upper box and upper reserve tickets for $11. And college students can now get discount tickets for Friday and Saturday games. Those run $10 for upper bleacher or upper reserve seats. The organization is also including Saturday games in its family value pack. So that's 4 tickets and $40 to spend at the ballpark. We have details on all the deals and games included on WKYC.com. Okay, now looking to the Browns, Myles Garrett added yet another impressive accolade to his resume. He is officially ranked number 11 in the NFL's top 100 list. The list ranks players based on their performance in the previous season. And 4 more Browns join Garrett on the top 100 list, and they include Nick Chubb, Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, and Denzel Ward. So congratulations to them. Also today, Starbucks is welcoming the fall season with the release of its autumn menu. And you know what that means. Haha, PSL, pumpkin spice lattes. Starbucks is offering, they're bringing back the Apple Crisp Oatmeal Macchiato. Other menu items this year will include the pumpkin cold brew and bakery items such as the pumpkin scone and pumpkin cream cheese muffin. So all you pumpkin friends, you are going to love that. Well, thank you for taking time to join me for this 3 News Now morning update. Our digital team will continue to bring you the stories making headlines around Northeast Ohio and beyond. Make sure you continue to check our social media pages and WKYC.com throughout the day. I'm Danielle Wiggins, and I'll see you tomorrow morning on Go, starting at 4:30 a.m. Have a great Tuesday, everybody.